Hello, people of the internet. I'm the man of the plan, and welcome back to the Kilmac League. We've got Kill Disco and St Mary's Hurling coming up first. The first matchup we ever had, and certainly, I'm kind of going back to the whole first week, and it's been a crazy few months since we've had that. 0-0 though this game finished. I will say that we're a lot closer to the end of the season than we were to the start of the season. If that makes any sense. I obviously, yes, I had the Champions League team as well for this week, just to kind of spice it up. I'm going to be doing something a little bit like that, just to make every video just a little bit different, you know what I mean? But anyway, 0-0 this game. Disappointing for St Mary's, but good result, I suppose, for Kill Disco. And well, not much I can say there. And now we move on to two teams that have realistic title ambitions, Kent FC and Port Loyal United. However, Port Loyal United would need 3 points here today if they were to keep those title ambitions as realistic as possible. And they got their winning start with a goal from Sean Power, I believe. So it is. And it was a great finish, curling effort from outside the box. And Port Loyal, for some reason, wearing their away kit. I don't know why. But Kents were shortly back, looking to get back in the game, and it was actually off a counter-attack that Port Law scored. One of the best own goals I think I'll ever see in the Kilmac League, as Nathan Cleary-Osbury hits it into the box, and fucking that is who is it? Mick Fitz, yeah. So Mick Fitz just hammers it home, like fucking hell. He really beat his own keeper there. Boolin not happy with him, but yes, Kent did eventually get a goal back, but as you can see, for the time, they left themselves with far too little time. So Gary Lineker, adding to his tally, I suppose that'll be nice for him at the end of the season. But other than that, it is a missed opportunity for Kent. They have lost 3 very valuable points. Now they would try and get back in the game, as we're going to see, but it would be unsuccessful. So all Port Law had to do was just wait down the clock, and then they had a very valuable 3 points. As I said before, they've beaten. It's not an easy place to go. The paddock. They have beaten Kilmac Thomas AFC here this time, or not this time last season, but last round of games, I mean. So definitely a tough place to come. Now another tough place to go. Rathcormac Dynamos at the San Siro is not an easy matchup, but Domino's Pizza Zimbabwe are hoping to take all 3 points and hopefully push on. Now this is 2 teams that are drawn between them, I think 22 games at this point in the season, so a win here seemed very unlikely, but Domino's were the first to try and lay claim to a win here, with Donald Dungo Trompongo getting the first goal of the game, pouncing on a defensive error from Rathcormac. It wasn't long before Richie Power equalised for the home side though. It looked like we were heading towards another draw, but let me tell you, there was more in store for this game. Let me tell you, we weren't going to have another 1-1 draw like we did at the start of the season between these two teams. No, Donald Dungo Trompongo scored his second goal of the game. And he's having quite a good game, and Domino's Pizza Zimbabwe, I tell you what, could be some underdogs in the making there to go for the Kilmac League. You never know. It's early days yet, but it could happen. They have started well so far this round with a 3-1 win though, and Pengley wraps it up. Top score for the team, and he's added yet another goal to his tally. So that'll be impressive. They did get another goal back at Rathcormac Dynamos, but it was too late for them. 3-2 the score, and that is Richie Power getting a second goal. So Richie, he's been off the pace for a while, and 2 goals for him today is a somewhat positive sign. Domino's Pizza Zimbabwe then trying to get a 4th goal, and it doesn't quite work out for them. The cross came in a bit too early, but that's the way it works. So 3-2 is a huge win for Domino's, but they'll draw a little bit closer to Rathcormac. Actually, it's funny enough, but that's the way it works. And for some reason, this stadium, the Giuseppe Meazza, it is the San Siro basically, but I don't know why Pez has 2 different names for the same stadium. I know that's why it is, because it's Inter and AC play there at different times, but it literally is the same stadium, so I don't understand why it has to be in there twice. But anyway, for whatever reason, 2 games were played at stadiums that were not their home stadiums. The other ones coming up after this, but it was St. Declan's who jumped out to the better start of the 2 with the printer. Sorry, it was Mr. Sheehan. Okay, Mr. Sheehan getting the header there. Thought it was the printer. But anyway, and then a defensive error from St. Declan's allowed Graham Cummins to play the ball into Hoselu. Graham Cummins, by the way, a new signing for the team. And Hoselu was able to knock it in, make it 1-1. So things heating up for a very exciting competition here at the Giuseppe Meazza. Then this happened. I don't know how the goalkeeping could be that bad, but that is Mr. Sheehan again getting his second goal of the game. Or that's the Brig, excuse me, sorry. Jeez, I don't know who anyone is. But yes, the Brig has, of course, returned St. Mary's Hurling on that transfer deal. But yeah, I'll have more about that at week 30 because that's when the transfer window shows. Anyway, that is, I believe, the printer. I could be wrong. I'll see who it is when I look at the goal tally. Don't worry, it'll go down to whoever rightfully scored that goal. So it doesn't matter, I suppose. But yeah, then T-Series scored a goal. Fine finish. Not a goal of the season contender, I don't think, but still a very nice finish nonetheless from the Indian winger, who we don't see much of, to be honest with you. But then St. Declan's tried to get forward again, but this time they couldn't force their way in. It didn't matter though, because they had done enough to wait out the clock and claim an important 3 points in the relegation battle. 3-2 away from home. St. Declan's have defeated Rainbow Hall. And now we move on to two teams. One looking to avoid the drop, and the other one looking to stake a title challenge. And it doesn't take a genius to figure out which is which. But anyway, for some reason this one was played at the Emirates. Funny enough, ironically, since Josh Ryan is currently gone from the club, he's gone to Tesco Ballybeg Wanderers, who we'll be hearing about actually next game. But Greenway Rovers are a good team, and they were determined to prove that, getting off to a very good start with Niblob Blibnob scoring a goal there. So not an ideal start for the TFR 55, but they didn't let it get them down, and they were quickly back in the game. And this was from the fine finish from Louis Power, I believe, to get them back in the game. And then Scott Bodrin, new signing Scott Bodrin, lovely, just places it in the bottom corner, makes it 2-1. Quite good from him. But getting forward again, Frank Rijkaard, I think that is goal of the season contender there. I don't know about you, but that is a fine finish. Really good from Frank Rijkaard. You kind of have to expect it from him, given that the caliber of player that he is. But really, it is a very good finish. Just kind of places it, and a lot of power, obviously. But the technique is good as well, and it was definitely what TFR needed, because it really did do a lot to crush Greenway's momentum for a lot of the game. And of course created a space that they would desperately need later on, as we're going to see. In fact, right now, as Jordan Curry getting forward, is looking for someone in the box, and he has a man over on the far side. He's playing it across, and it's Kylian Mbappe who manages to force home the ball and make it 3-2. Now, of course, this wasn't enough to win the game. So the way it finished 3-2, Frank Rijkaard's goal ended up being very important, but TFR hold on for a well-deserved victory in a very entertaining game. So we're seeing more of these guys, and let me tell you, I fancy them as the title challenger. It'll just take a bit of time for them to get the points. As I said before, Josh Ryan was gone from TFR 55. He's gone to Tesco Ballybeg Wanderers, and they were playing Atletico Sunflower Shop, so he had a nice easy start, I suppose you could say. Eugene Power, of course, would be an absence for them though, and they would desperately miss his services. He's gone to Kildisco, but they didn't miss him straight away. Tesco Ballybeg putting in a really nice finish into the side of the net there to make it 1-0. And then getting forward again, Tesco Ballybeg manages to win his battle with the defence there, and he just pokes it home to make it 2-0. So his team winning 2-0. They're obviously title challengers. They're doing quite well, and he's of course got the captain's armband on, so representing his team with pride, I suppose you could say. 2-0 the score, and Sunflower Shop desperately trying to do anything they can to get back in the game. Maybe a little too eager to play the ball forward, as Mo Salah capitalises on a defensive error and makes it 3-0. So it's looking like it's going to be a long second half of the season for Atletico Sunflower Shop. They did score a goal back, in fairness to them, so they weren't, or they tried to anyway. Yeah, they did. So just played in, and Jody finishes really nice to beat Iker Casillas. But fair play to him. I think that was his first goal of the season. I don't know. Could be wrong there. But trying to get forward again. It does work out for him. So yes, 3-2. A lot closer really than it should have been for Tesco Ballybeg, but they did get the win in the end, and I think this is a goal for them. Yeah, okay, it is. Really cheeky with the layoff there to Tesco Ballybeg, but he does get his hat-trick, so that is, I suppose, a noble cause in a sense. So anyway, 4-2 the score. Well-deserved victory for Tesco Ballybeg Wanderers. Back to the drawing board for Atletico Sunflower Shop. I'm afraid they have a lot of work to do. And now another team with a lot of work to do, Dunhill Electrical Company. They were going up against Kilmac Thomas AFC, and let me tell you, that looks nice, doesn't it? Just really does look nice seeing those two crests with the Champions League and all that. But anyway, oh shit, sorry, you probably hear that. But anyway, really nice finish from Patrick Morrissey to get the ball rolling for Kilmac. As I said before, Dunhill with a lot of work to do, but this, good starters have to work. and Dunhill got a start on their good work with a fine finish from Paul's Cats. All 5 or 6 of them, or however many Paul actually has, I don't know. But 1-1, and looking for a winner towards the end of the game. Kilmac had a corner. Dunhill desperately trying to defend it, and it's just not good enough. And David O'Neill picks that up. So Kilmac miss on an opportunity to capitalise on Kent's defeat to Portlaw, but they do pick up a point at least, so it's not all bad. Move on then to Fire Station and Byron Kilmeaden. As before, you could say this for a lot of matches, but relegation hopeful. Relegation candidate against title hopeful, and what a finish! Wow, from Luis Figo, rifles it in, and Fireman Sam just had absolutely no chance of stopping that. And then a defensive error, this one from Cian O'Connor, leaves Tom Bango Shango Cronk Chapman to play in. Luis Figo again getting a second goal of the game for the Portuguese winger. Now it wasn't all hopeless for Fire Station though, as Dean Walsh got in behind the defence and fires home a nice shot. He's becoming something of a prolific striker for them there, Dean Walsh off the bench. Good on him. And then Tom Bango Shango Cronk Chapman gets his complimentary goal of the game. Of course, Byron Kilmeaden are putting him forward as the front runner for the for the Golden Boot competition from Byron Kilmeaden. So he needs his goals, I suppose. That's the way the game finished. This one didn't go in. No, so 3-1, very well deserved win for Byron Kilmeaden, and it's an important 3 points as they continue to climb up the table. Move then to John Walters and Kiersey's United, and let me tell you, Kiersey's United were out for blood. As you know, in the first game of the season, John Walters FC had a surprise win away to Kiersey's 6-4. So Kiersey's were out for blood, and they started very early on as Hugi Bapap-Spingy got the first goal of the game for these lads. They were fucking livid. They did not want John Walters FC to forget what they had to endure at the start of the season. And Mick Fitz nearly scored, but Hugi Bapap-Spingy is in for a second goal of the day. It would not be his last, by the way. No, I must have missed out on one. It's 3-0. But anyway, Zbigniew Boniek who's going there, and I really don't know how many goals were actually scored, but it's 5-0 already. It's not looking good. It's 5-0 inside the first half. John Walters FC fans, I don't know how they keep filling the stadium, but they do. Must have a very loyal fan base. Hugi Bapap-Spingy, I think, has scored his 5th goal of the game. So he's on a record. He's tied with the record already. If he scores the 6th, he will be out on his own for the most goals ever scored in a Kilmac League game. Matongo Babango, they're getting that one, so that's the 7th. It was nearly the last one. Trying to find someone. Bildo Spingy Sponge gets his goal. So yes, Hugi is still tied with the record because it finished not 8-0, 8-1. Because as you can see here, John Walters did get a goal back. In fairness to him, finding the resolve to get a goal back from 8-0 down. It's something to be commended, but it's not enough to get anything else other than a consolation. Anyway, I've been the man with the plan. Thank you for watching my videos. And if you'd like to see more of these likes, please like, comment, and subscribe. Keep watching the Kilmac League. And that's pretty much it, guys. Stay tuned for some special episodes. As I said, I'm going to be doing a lot more with this, so there's going to be very different teams to the Kilmac League episodes, and I hope you enjoy that.